All right, welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel. Happy Saturday wherever you are around the world. You guys know what time it is. We're going to be discussing everything Bonk token, see what is happening right now, and of course what we could be expecting as we do go further into this upcoming week ahead of us. So if we're looking at the entire markets first and foremost, you guys can see we're pretty much seeing a 50-50, some coins down a bit and some coins up quite a bit. So that is quite interesting to see. But the coins that we are seeing that are in downwards momentum over the past few hours are the coins that have been absolutely killing it over the past 2 to 3 weeks. So you guys need to keep that factor in mind very, very closely before you start getting discouraged or start fudding. But if we're looking at the Bonk's price, you guys can see it's down about 23.7% on the daily time frame. And I know I've seen a lot of comments coming in. A lot of people are panicking, and people are thinking whether or not Bonk is going to go below $1 billion market cap. And we're going to be discussing all of that stuff. Just a quick reminder, just look at it on the weekly time frame. It's still up 76.7%, and on the monthly time frame, it's up 600%. So you do not want to be forgetting these price movements that it has seen, because projects that have pumped up this much, it's only right for them to see a little bit of a retracement, and that is normal. That is normal, and this is why you do not want to be chasing green candles, which we will get into a little bit more. So if we're looking at the price, you guys can see still about 4 zeros in front of the price, currently sitting at 21.37, down, like I said, about 24.5% in USD comparative. It's also down 26.1% in BTC comparative over the past 24 hours. Market cap currently sitting at 1.3 billion, and the 24-hour trading volume currently sitting at $854.7 million. So one thing that you guys can clearly see as the 24-hour trading volume has decreased quite substantially from yesterday. And again, that is to be expected because, guys, we got back-to-back some massive news for Bonk, which took Bonk up about 200% in a single day. And that was, of course, Binance news and Coinbase listing. But let's take a further look and see what is happening right now. But before we do that, as always, just a quick disclaimer, anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. So, I'm really liking the developments coming out of Bonk. They're evolving, they're continuing to engage, unique way to engage, as I've always said. And you can see this for yourself. Solana Mobile tweeted this. It says it's a joy at Solana Mobile to celebrate the 12 days of Bonkmas. After the past 72 hours, let's make sure we're all on the nice list. We wouldn't want anyone to miss out for fun. So you can see this for yourself. It says, on the 5th day of Bonkmas, my true dog gave to me the Sega. Embark on a journey with Solana Sega, bringing the world of Solana to your fingerprints. This Bonkmas explores the Sega exclusive Bonk app to experience mobile like never before. So, in a way, they're kind of, hinting that there will be some more possibly airdrops, bonuses that you could be getting with that Sega phone if you do have it. If you do not know, there is one for 30 million. If you ordered this, you get free 30 million worth of Bonk, and that is why literally these phones sold out. But now people are starting to take a look at it from a different perspective. What if there are other incentives for owning that phone? And speaking about that nice list, I think the people that do have this Sega phone, about 20,000 units, I think these guys will have some exclusive perks and possibly will be on the nice list as well. I missed out on the Solana phone, but I might pick that up in the near future if they do restock that. But let's take a further look as to see what is happening with Bonk right now, because that is what everyone is here for, of course. So like I said, we're seeing quite a sharp decline, and you can see this for yourself. We've seen about, if I were to bring up the measuring tool from its all-time high, you are looking at about a 50% drop for Bonk. And now a lot of people are going to come out and say, whoa, we're seeing such a huge drop, this and that. Let me tell you, this is normal. And I will explain as to why this is normal, and I'll also explain one reason as to why we saw such a huge spike so fast. And speaking about this huge spike, you can see this for yourself. When we broke out of that resistance, you can see this for yourself. We saw a 200% increase. And of course, the reason as to why this was the case is because, of course, Coinbase listing, which was huge. But on top of that, Binance came and announced a listing which triggered, anyone that was shorting at that time, that became a short squeeze. And we saw the price of Bonk continuing to rise. And that's what we saw, it reaching $2 billion market cap that fast. We saw, $2 billion market valuation in literally a single day. And that should tell you that, it's only right for a little bit of a cool off to be needed. And, the people that are coming out and saying, oh, Bonk is dumping this and that, unfortunately, these same people probably bought at a wrong price. And this is why it's really, really important to not chase green candles. Because guess what? You probably are someone else's exit liquidity. And speaking about exit liquidity, there's a lot of these centralized exchanges that have come out and listed. As we've seen Bybit as well. We've seen, Binance, Coinbase. Do you not understand that, these guys had to purchase Bonk before listing it on their exchanges? They need to, obviously meet the criteria, and majority of these exchanges have to purchase the coin itself, hold it in their balance sheets before the listing does take place. So these exchanges, these insiders, as I've said even in my previous videos, they have been accumulating slowly but surely, but we just do not know. And there's so many other projects that, we do not know what's going behind the scenes. And, sometimes spikes that we're seeing could be an indicator that there is something going behind the scenes that we do not know of. So, this is very, very popular in the crypto space. And you can see we're pretty much seeing so much longs and shorts being liquidated. If I were to bring out the charts a little bit closer for you guys can see these wicks back and forth. And if you are a leverage trader, you are at extreme levels of risk, and this is why you do not want to be leverage trading to begin with. Look at that. You see a wick all the way to the upside and then all the way to the downside, up, down. So this is whale manipulation right here at its finest. So you really want to be staying away from leverage trading. But as I've said to you guys before, a project that runs like this, the best thing for a project that runs like this is to start consolidating at a place, because there's no levels of support that it could come and bounce back on. Majority of the time there's no key level of support. So it's really important to find a ground where you could start trading sideways, and hopefully we do see Bonk trading around this range. But let's say if this was not to hold, what is the main level of support? As I've said to you guys before in my previous update, the next main level of support would be at this 1447 zone, and that is quite a significant drop. If I were to be quite frank, that's a 30% retracement. But a 30% retracement from the current price levels, is that possible? Maybe. But at the same time, in my opinion, there's a lot of buying pressure around this range. So, we need to keep these factors in mind. But what I would love to see Bonk do is start finding a ground somewhere here above the $1 billion market cap and start trading sideways. So this is what you want to see, something like this, and then pop off again towards its all-time high, because you want to build a strong support, not at your previous key support lines before you saw this massive rally, but above that range. So that would be great to see. So hopefully we see retracement, sideways momentum shape out here. That would be great to see. But a lot of comments coming in and saying, whether or not the Bonk run is over and Bonk is not going to be, targeting Shiba Inu's spot. Guess what? I still think Bonk is going for the Shiba Inu spot. Shiba Inu is having a great day today. It's having a massive day, about 10.1%. It's up in the last 24 hours. But, Bonk has its plan. And this momentum for Bonk is not going to go anywhere because of Sol. And, speaking about exactly what I said yesterday in my updates, we're seeing every chain has its own meme coin that are exploding. But, whichever, now hear me out, whichever, chain gets the most hype and, the most developments, most innovation coming out of it, I think that meme coin respectively will be the largest, and I'm rooting for Bonk, because what it has done, the way it has done a massive airdrop, and the way they still want to give back, I'm very, very excited for its future. And yes, I think it has a huge potential this bull cycle. Long-term perspective, everyone talks about long-term perspective. Honestly, after this bull cycle, is Bonk going to be in the top 100 high market valuation? In my opinion, probably not. I'm going to be quite frank with you guys. Again, it's a meme coin. With meme coins, generally, long-term horizon isn't that great, but short-term horizon you can make some massive gains. And speaking about short-term horizon, we're still talking about the next 12 to 16 months roughly. I think Bonk has a lot of potential, but again, that's just my own personal opinion. We're going to be taking it one step at a time, but I still think Bonk has a lot of room towards the upside. And profit taking is so important, and I'm sure a lot of people are starting to realize how important profit taking is, because when you're seeing all-time high after all-time high after all-time high, this is where you need to have a way to not listen to your emotions and actually lock in some profits. Because if you're just going to keep waiting, then there will be other people that will come and profit before you, and of course the snowball effect occurs, and you can see that's what's happening right now. But I'm not worried at all. Like I've said, I think this is part of the game, especially after seeing such a huge rally, and of course manipulation and early comers are locking in profits. I'm still expecting to see Bonk see more all-time highs. But that is it for today's update. Love you all. See you tomorrow in Crypto ZX, and peace out.